In today's Daily Dish, the latest on the server trouble with NBA 2K15, the companion app for 2K15 is out on Android, and TJ Lauerman joins me to talk Extra Life charity and the campaign pushing forward later this month. Last year with NBA 2K14, 2K Sports introduced a mobile companion app that tied into the console games. The feature that stood out was the ability to collect free VC on a daily basis. You really needed that extra VC with how the game was designed. The companion app returns for NBA 2K15 and with it more features in tow. You still get free VC from it every day you log in. I cashed out 1,150 VC in my first run with it today. So it's worth downloading to your phone and tablet for that purpose alone. There's also the ability to redeem locker codes, buy gear for your My Player, and even use a chat function while walking around in My Park. In addition, there's a standalone My Team card battle mode that has a number of improvements over last year's. This doesn't have anything to do with your My Team on consoles. Right now, the My NBA 2K15 app is available for Android, but strangely hasn't gone out for iOS yet. I've dropped a link with the info and where to download in the YouTube description, as well as the Daily Dish posting on the site. NBA 2K15 server struggles continue, which I laid out in yesterday's episode, but now there's a status page where you can check whether the servers are running properly or whether they're down at nba2k.com/status. You're not really going to get any new information from there, but at least people can know they're not alone in the struggle. Because of the VC ties to the server, most everything in the game is considered to be always online. The offline My League mode is the exception. But when the servers go down, so does your ability to progress in My Career or My GM, along with obviously all online-based modes like My Team and My Park. This is nothing new for 2K Sports, it's their Achilles heel, which makes it all the more distressing that a number of review outlets chose not to care what the user experience with the game would actually be. Metacritic is a great resource right now to see what sites couldn't care less about you as a consumer. The key will be recovery. 2K hasn't shown the ability to vastly improve online experience or server stability in the past. Remember, 2K14 was having major problems well through the holidays and never got to where it should have been. If 2K15 can somehow improve in the coming days, that's the key. If it lingers, there will be much greater ramifications for the company as word of mouth, following a rocky 2K14, could start a slide for them from the heights they've reached with the series. I've got TJ Lauerman here, aka That Sports Gamer, who is not just a streamer, podcaster, and a guy who just likes to help everybody with game experiences, but he actually also cares for children. TJ, thanks for joining me today on the Daily Dish. Tell us about what Extra Life is and what this means to you kind of on a personal level.
Well, as always, thank you for having me back, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me tell you what Extra Life is to start with. Every October, actually, I think last year was November, so that's already a good lie to start with. There is a charity called Extra Life, as we've already said, and we do a 24-hour gaming marathon to raise donations for Children's Miracle Network hospitals locally to everybody. Awesome. And the way I started doing it, this is actually my 5th year this year. I used to watch a video podcast called Totally Rad Show, and at some point they were like, hey, we're going to do this thing, and they did a whole podcast about the 24 hours. You get to see a guy falling asleep and stuff, and it was great. There was 3 of them, so they had like some help. So the next year I was like, I'm doing this because ever since there was a episode of Clarissa Explains It All. I don't know if you remember this amazing Nickelodeon television show.
Yeah, I remember the show, and just maybe not this episode.
For a school project, she watched TV for 24 hours and like documented it. And I was like, I want to do that with video games one day. And this gave me the perfect excuse to do that.
Awesome. So tell me about what's happening this month and then how people can get involved and help support Extra Life and follow along with you in the process.
So October 25th is the big day. I'm going to be starting around either 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock Eastern time. Haven't really locked that down yet. But yeah, myself and thousands, I forget what the crazy number is now. I want to say it's like 20,000 people right now. Over 27,000 people are going to be playing games for 24 straight hours. I mean, sure, some of them will play like 12 on Saturday and 12 on Sunday, or break it up a little bit more like that.
Hmm.
But yeah, the idea is everybody gets online, raises donations for their hospitals, and we go out and crush it. I believe last year, all of us combined raised over $4 million, I think it
Ooh,
was.
nice.
And
Yeah.
as of right now, the team that I run, that Sports Gamer Crew, TSG Crew for short, is over $6,400, or sorry, over $6,300,
Awesome.
and our goal is 10,000.
That's great. And I believe I'm actually going to be playing for a segment of hours in there too,
Yeah,
to help support you and extra. Thanks to TJ for coming on to the Daily Dish today. Make sure to follow him at That Sports Gamer on Twitter and support Extra Life, a really great cause throughout the month. The Press Row podcast, largely centered on NBA 2K15 impressions, will be out tomorrow. It's a good one that covers what NBA 2K15 has done well and where it's faltered. It'll be posted on pastapadre.com after going live, and you can subscribe on iTunes and with the Stitcher app on Android. Thanks for listening today. Make sure to check out pastapadre.com on a daily basis for all the latest sports gaming news and analysis. Follow me on Twitter at Pastapadre and subscribe on YouTube. I'll be back tomorrow with the final Daily Dish of the week.